let's talk about that process that we are going through, because we just finished 9th of Av. We had 3 weeks of negativity from Yud Zayin and Tammuz until 9th of Av, right? 3 weeks of negativity, 3 weeks that a lot of things that happen in the universe, because the energy is very, very intense, and negative things can happen. That's why in that 3 weeks we never took any chances, we never took risks, we avoid to do certain things just not to connect ourselves to that negative energy. Now the energy start to shift, and it's coming tomorrow to Tu B'Av. But this week that Tu B'Av, 9th of Av finished on Sunday night, right? Sunday night it finished, and Friday night we're starting the Tu B'Av. And this week, really all this week, there is a process that we need to go through. 9th of Av, temple were destroyed. A lot of negativity happened because of what? Right, because of hate for no reason. Right, hate for no reason. And in Tu B'Av, we have that gift, the gift of that we can connect in this day for love for no reason. So, we're really shifting from one place to another. But we know that everything has stages. There's 10 sfirot, right? There's 10 sfirot. There's no, from a light, a vessel didn't come. There is the 4 phases. If you learn 10 elements emanation, you know that there is 4 phases, that how the light become a vessel. Because you cannot take light and create a vessel out of something that has no affinity with, right? So slowly, a light gave birth to a vessel in 4 stages, right? Kol Chokhmah, Bina, Ziranpin, and Malchut. Okay, we're not going there, right? And the vessel was created. So for us to move from a place of hate for no reason to love for no reason, we had to go through a certain process this week. Process of understanding. Process of, we felt so much negativity, and then how do we grow from that negativity? And that's the process we had to go through. How did we grow? If I'm sitting in my negativity because I feel that maybe I'm not accomplishing what I want, and I'm not getting what I want, and I don't have inner power to grow or to move, especially when, in astrology, we say it's time to change, it's time to move forward. And then where is that forward? Why am I still stuck? Why am I still standing where I'm standing? Why am I not moving forward? And the chance to stay that way and to feel sorry for ourselves and to want to stay in that negativity because it's easier, because I don't have to take that responsibility, because it's so easier for me to feel depressed. I want to read something from the Rav, that the Rav said about Tu B'Av, okay? The Rav said that in Tu B'Av, we can rise above the normal chaos. Disappointment, so much easier than a moment of happiness. Full impact of the light force, and an in this day, okay? So I'm continuing. In Tu B'Av, there is full impact of the light force that is extending and washing away our negativity. This day can be a day that negativity is totally eliminated, or at least to the extent that we are willing to surrender to it. Not many can achieve elimination of the negativity. Some people want to stay with their chaos. Hold on to their negativity because happiness is an unfamiliar territory. We don't want to go to an unfamiliar territory, even if it's happiness. We need to permit the light force to go into our hearts and into our beings so darkness can take a walk. All right? I read these words of the Rav every year. And every year it's like a new life, to me. It's like I feel the wow. And I don't know, because we're dealing with spirituality all the time, and all the time when we hear the same things, but it's every time that we want to change, that at least we want to change, even if we're not doing it, and we hear something, and if we hear it before, it takes us like to another level of excitement, another level of tikkun. We need to know that tikkun is a process. We know from our head, we have all the knowledge. If we will stop to study Kabbalah, we learned in what we learned until today. We learned everything that we could possibly have to learn. We have it. We have the knowledge. But the process, and therefore, sometimes we judge ourselves. That we are not changing enough, that we are not moving fast enough, that how could it be that I have all this knowledge and I'm not changing? How do I move from hatred into love? And that's what I took for myself, and that's what I'm sharing with you. Is not to pass judgment. Not to pass judgment. It doesn't matter what happened, not to pass judgment. And that's the love, when we're talking about love for the Creator. In the portion of Vaetchanan, Moses is teaching us love for the Creator. Only love for the Creator, right? Ma she'aya hu she'yeh. What the Creator was, what used to be, that's what it is, and that's what it's going to be in the future. And if you look at Ma she'aya hu she'yeh, if you look at the first letters of Ma she'aya hu she'yeh, you're going to get the name Moses, Moshe. Okay? Because Moses and King David, they always taught the love for the Creator. And yet Rabbi Akiva says, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, and you should love your neighbor as yourself. And we know that love for other people is what we came to accomplish in the world. When we understand Creator, when we have love for the Creator, when we understand what the Creator wants from us, which is very difficult sometimes, we can gain love for other people. What is that love? What is that love? I love chocolate. Love chocolate. Okay? I know I ate chocolate in my life. I know the taste of it. I have affinity with the taste of the chocolate. Therefore, I love it. Right? But if I never ate chocolate, never tasted it, it means I don't love chocolate. I don't know if I love chocolate or don't love chocolate. It means I don't know what it is. So if I don't know something, I cannot love it, right? And many people think that, love, men and women, they love each other. Let's say there is a man, I love that man. What do you love about it? Do you really love that person? Really love that person? That love that we think is love is yet the desire for the self alone. Why? Because I love what that person gives me. I love what that person makes me feel. I love that I can love. So whatever it is that I love towards other person is because it fulfills me and my desire. All right? True love, and we study in Kabbalah every year. But since we're coming to the holiday of love, and in that day we can connect to a true love, we're going to repeat that study again and again and again until it will go from our head to our heart, and we will actually start to manifest it. Love, in a Kabbalistic term, is unification, is to be one. And we know that love is numerology of 13, and one is numerology of 13. And it says, U shmo echad, him and his name is one. Him and his names is one. So him, it's the Creator, and his names, it's all of our names. It's all of us, humanity. We are one. So when we're talking about love for the Creator and love for the people, it's the same if we know to do the unification. When I'm one with that person, it means that I love him, but now, he's maybe upset at me, or maybe he's not giving me what I want and I feel rejected. So in that moment, do I really love that person? No, I don't feel. I feel disconnect from him, right? And in that moment that I disconnect from him, you see that that's not a true love anymore, because when I'm one with someone else, I cannot disconnect myself because we blend. Like we're talking about unity. So you take a bag and you put all nuts together. Just put almonds. I don't know. You put lots and lots of almonds and they're all in one bag, and look, there is unity. They're all together. If someone's going to tear that bag, all those almonds will go all over the place, right? But you take the same bag, let's say it was a plastic bag, right? And you put water in it. And you're going to take water from the ocean and water from the sink and water from your bathtub and water from the mountain. You take water and you put all this water together in a bag. And now that someone will tear that bag and all the water will split. Are we going to be able to know which water came from where? No, because it's all going to be one. They're all blend in one. A great example about it, like when we have true unification, always, because the unification is the unification of Zir and Pin and Malchut. Yes, a man is Zir and Pin, woman is Malchut, and we combine them together to be one. That's why intercourse. Literally you take one body and another body and you take one body and another body and you make them as a one body. Right? That's the unification. But how do you know that this unification is the right unification? Because a baby come out of it. There is a continuation to that love. There is always, when there is true love, it can be a man and a woman and a baby comes. It can be between friends. Friends that maybe have the same goal. And even, when I feel down and a friend can pick me up, it means we have the same goal, because we both of us wants to eventually come to the certain place. Or sometimes they feeling bad and I can pick them up. We do something together. To really have true friend, it cannot be depend on anything. It says, Ahava tluya davar. Ahava atluya badavar. There is love that depend on physical things. So when the physical things is gone, then love is gone as well. So love cannot be depend on anything. Love, the way it is not what I feel. It's not feelings. It's not what I feel for you. Because today I feel one thing and tomorrow I will feel something else. Today I want to marry you and have children. Tomorrow I don't want to look at you. Divorce and hatred and God knows what. Right? So love is not what I feel. It's not what we think is love. Love is really unification. It's called ichud. Ichud from the word one. When we can learn to be one with each other. Okay, if I have a friend and we schedule to meet at 1 p.m. and the person comes at 1:30. Okay, now I have a problem. I don't have unification with that friend anymore because I'm really upset. But if I'm a really spiritual person, like, the Kabbalah says, if you don't, have a friend with agenda, right? So instead of be mad about the friend, worry about it. Like, what happened? Why the person is late? And try to find that, you're still unified with that person. Is not someone that is part from you. So you're not creating that separation from a person, because God knows what happened. Even if the person was just, not responsible. It's not my problem that he's not responsible. It's his or hers, deal with the lights, not with me. So why I care so much how people behave, and we become victim of everyone. And we always think, so love for the Creator and love for the people, also from the Creator. We think that maybe we're spiritual people. Every person, and remember the South Node is in Sagittarius, and this is a great lesson. So these two behav that we need to learn about this unification between people, when we have the South Node in Sagittarius, is the best time to do that. Because the South Node in Sagittarius will always find justice about how we are right and someone else is wrong. So immediately it will create separation. So because I know more, or I study more, or I even have the merit. We don't think it that way. Oh, I can touch the Zohar. It's like, I need to think, I have the merit to touch the Zohar, and I wish I would continue to have a merit to touch the Zohar, and not to think that because a person is spiritual, he can look at others that are not, or can judge them, or to feel superior from someone else. Immediately when we feel superior, immediately we get disconnect. Superiority, to think that I'm better than someone else, even if I am. Okay, I'm better than someone else, I don't know, playing piano, which I wish I would, but that's the example that came to my mind. But if I'm better than someone else playing piano, and I see someone is trying to play piano and making mistakes, and now I'm judging that person. Look at him, he didn't study enough, he didn't practice enough, and look how he plays. So immediately I create separation. Yeah, but it's true that I'm a better piano player than that person. It's true, but so what? But that person has so much more patience than me. That person has love for others more than me. That person is much better person than me. Okay, so here 0 degree sun entering right now, just in the last hour. The sun entered to the sign of Leo, and Venus entered a couple of hours ago to the sign of Virgo. Tomorrow we're going to have a full moon of Aquarius. So when you really think about Leo is the heart, and Aquarius, which is the sign that is the most far away from Leo, because it's the opposition, right? So he's very far, he's 180 degrees, the farthest from Leo, which is exactly the opposite. Is not only hard, but it's cold, is detached, is not connecting to feeling at all. It's the opposite of the Leo, but it's a full moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius is detachment. So when you look at detachment, when you think detachment, we were just talking about unification, right? But what that detachment is doing to the Leo, and I think it's beautiful, because the Leo is heart, the Leo is love. The Leo is hot, the sun is very strong in Leo, is ruling Leo. But when the sun is in Aquarius, because the sun in Leo is in the summer, it's very, very hot. And the sun in Aquarius in the winter, in February, and the sun wants hot. The essence of the sun is hot. So when the sun is in Aquarius, the sun is not so happy. It's not so happy because she cannot shine she's detached, she's far away from her essence, which is love, which is leshamesh. Shemesh means to serve. Okay, the sun is here to serving humanity, to serving the world. So we can have life. All right. So when the sun, and today is the moon, but when the sun generally is in Aquarius, she's not happy. Therefore, you see that Aquarius physically, they don't have a strong body. All right, they, if they're going to stand Leo, if you talk to him, they're going to stand like that, straight, and they're going to listen. And Aquarius, they'll always look for something to lean on. It's like, okay, let's talk. Let's me lean on somewhere. The body is not like strong because the sun is not strong within the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius, don't take it. We're just talking about energies of sun and Aquarius. We're not talking about you individually. Yeah, maybe you want to lean, but it doesn't mean that you're weak. Okay, so that's not the idea. I'm always worried that someone will think bad about themselves because anyway. So when you combine that sun and Aquarius together, which they are axes in astrology, they're completing one another. So when we have the full moon, it's some sort of a completion. Why it's a completion? Why Aquarius will fulfill the Leo? Because the Leo is all about heart, right? But it's when we think about the desire for the self alone, is like, yeah, I love you and I'm going to give everyone love, but I need you to respect me. I need you to know that I'm the sun. I need you to know that I'm the one who's given to you. I need to know that, and he's always looking for that respect from people. Always like, it wants to give, but it's always with agenda. So when Aquarius, the detached Aquarius is touching that Leo, it's helping, for all of us in the month of Leo to detach ourselves from the ego, to detach ourselves. This is the energy of Tu B'Av. Detach ourselves from the negativity and not that Aquarius is negativity, it's a detachment, so it's detaching the Leo from the ego. Is the energy of Aquarius is detaching the Leo from the agenda, of I'm the sun. So it become, Aquarius is independency. They don't care about who's going to respect them and who's not. They're just going to do whatever they want to do, right? They're free people like that. And when we're coming to the place of completion, when the sun in Leo is the ultimate, is the solar, it's the center of the solar system. Everything is reviving around the sun. Okay, so we have that power. And yet we are detached from the negativity of the Leo. We detached from the ego. We detached from the hatred. Because it says about fire sign, the Rabbi Chaim Vital is saying about the fire signs, that they're the one who have the most hate. Why they have hate? Because they cannot see someone that is greater than them. They cannot see someone that has more money. They cannot see someone that has more power, or someone that is a leader. And I remember we were sitting with a group of children, and there was a Leo there all the time. So I used to work with a group of children, and every time I used to give compliment to one of the children, the Leo would say, "And what about me? Am I like that too?" I will never forget that. So but that's the Leo's like, okay, so someone else is been given a compliment right now. Shush, be happy for that person. Right, but what about me? Therefore, the Rabbi Chaim Vital said that the most hatred coming from that, so it's removing the hate. It's the detachment from the hate. It's the detachment from the competition of who's better. It's a pure sharing. So when we're coming to Tu B'Av, and what Moses also is teaching us in the portion of Vaetchanan, the love of Hashem, the love of being one, the Creator in us are all one. And this is the love of the Creator, the love for the people, and the love for ourselves to understand that we are like that. Okay, so when we have the full moon in Aquarius, and the sun in Leo, we can get into the completion, because love is a complete. When we have unification, we come to completion, to a whole. All right, and that's the purpose. That's really the purpose. Hu Shmo Echad, simple light fulfilling all reality. That's the simple light.